What's going on? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show. And today we are going to be talking Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Feeling good, man. Make sure to let everyone know this is the Netflix live action version too, because
Oh yeah, we got a
there's
couple different iterations that's coming out
yeah.
and that's already out. That's very true. Good point.
But I'm doing good, man. Happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good. Excited to talk about this one because it's been like 2 weeks. It's been out already, maybe.
Yeah.
And I had to get to it eventually. I was going extra slow on this one, but
yeah,
it's completed. I'm ready to talk about it on the pod. How you doing, G?
I'm doing good, man. I wanted to talk about it last week, but it was too quick a turnaround. How long the episodes
I
are.
thought I'd have enough time to do it last week. It ain't happening.
Yeah, I made it like halfway through, and I text Chris. I'm like, "Yo, Game of Thrones or House of Dragon?"
Game of Thrones.
But yeah, so I'm super excited to get into this joint, bruh. First things first, Chris. I want to just ask you right away, bro. Are we too far gone in this live action era? Because we've had different shows, different, kinds of series, and the first season was like that, but there's nostalgia baked in. Now we're in season 2, and there's still nostalgic elements there, but it's like now we're like, okay, we're here. This is the maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what your favorite book of Naruto is, but we're in the middle of the story at this point, and now we are kind of more, used to seeing these characters in real life. So, how are you feeling about just the overall essence of season 2? Just
I
rip
ain't
the
gonna lie,
band-aid
bro.
off, bro. Rip the band-aid off, bro.
I feel pretty good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say I felt like season 2 was gonna be the bigger hit
Mm-hmm.
compared to season 1. And I'm not quite sure if I still feel that way.
Yeah. I think we're scarred from the movie for how bad the movie
Yeah, but we already
was.
seen season 1, so I feel like I liked it, but I didn't love it.
Okay.
Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, I think I had a higher expectation where I did my thing of we get the boring stuff out first, and then the next season we can elevate. And I
Yeah.
feel like some stuff was elevated in this.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your question, man, I kind of feel like it's just hit or miss, depends on how they do it, which is gonna be instrumental in this pod because there's some
Yeah.
good stuff that I really like that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then other things that just makes me, think about future adaptations
Mm-hmm.
on how I would like them to do it going forward. And I now feel like I've settled in my personal thoughts and definitely want to bounce them past you. But how do you feel about these live action adaptations? Because we've had a lot.
Yeah.
They're popping up every day now.
Yeah. We're kind of experts at this point, I feel like, of what to kind of expect. And after watching this season, at this point, I just want everybody to treat them as completely separate shows, because I feel like after watching this season 2 and then also One Piece season 2, I definitely feel like there's a lot more changes to Avatar than there was to One Piece that felt integral to the story, versus in One Piece, I feel like it only helped it. In this joint, it kind of just I feel like we got pushed around in this this season. And I do agree that there are certain things that did get elevated. The bending is insane. I love the bending um in this season, especially now we're getting more lightning and earth bending and getting to see all the combos together. Um but I do feel the need for speed. Sorry. I do feel the need for there to be more of a grace period, or like just like a buffer as far as like how, I don't want to say critical that we are of these joints, but like what I find myself the most um noticing and picking up on is not so much like intricacies of like how we get in and out of scenes, but more so the vibe. And I just feel like because this is a live action adaptation and we're missing a lot of the context of the journey, and we're kind of skimming over those parts and just hitting like the highlights, it doesn't hit as hard as like I remember. But the funny parts are still funny. It's just like, the triangle just was not triangling in this season. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like the between uh Aang, Katara. I keep wanting to say Sakura, bro. Aang,
I know. I was
Katara.
like, where?
I know. Like I kept like while I was watching, and I was like, maybe because I just don't really bang with this version, this iteration of Katara like that. Um, but I always keep saying Sakura for some reason. Um, but between her, Aang, and Zuko, compared to the anime or the animated series, there was a lot more tension in these moments of just like we've seen them experience a lot. We've seen the looks, we've seen the this and that, and we just don't get that this season because we have to progress the story forward. So if that's the case, I feel like we gotta approach these kinds of series differently, and that's kind of just like my main takeaway. Um, because in this joint, the difference, like I said before, between this and One Piece was that in One Piece, I feel like the portions that are different were more additive to the story versus this. In this instance, it kind of you kind of lose something. You kind of lose some of the magic of the world and the story. So that would be like my initial just feelings. But I still enjoyed watching it. Like I came over here last week and was like, yo, this is like one of the greatest stories ever told, because it is when we get those story beats, but it's more so off the backs of what I already know Avatar to be, not so much what I'm visually seeing in this moment. It's kind of how I'm feeling. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Um. So what are some of the things you want to run by me since you brought that up top of mind?
Um. So the main thing, I mean, you kind of are hitting on it already. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the changes is definitely the biggest thing if you've already seen the series, which a lot of people grew up on this thing.
Yeah.
I certainly did. Um, so did you like the changes? I'll just start with something very simple. Do you like the changes of how we fly past the Serpent's Pass, all that type
Mm-hmm.
of stuff? We don't even have the guru scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Even how we skip the desert entirely and go straight to um
The library.
uh what's the city name? Jeez.
I think so.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh how did you feel about the changes? Because we are condensing a whole season into, I
Mm-hmm.
think this was 7 episodes.
Yeah. 7
I think.
episodes. Yep.
Um, how did you feel about the changes? Just something, generic and,
Yeah. It
go ahead.
didn't.
Let people know.
It didn't make me necessarily mad until we got to the library.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the Serpent's Pass, because to me it's not as fresh. I didn't rewatch Avatar after watching first season of the live action joint. Um, so I remember like all those references, but like it didn't. Those aren't some like all key things. I'm like, oh man, they didn't do exactly how they did it in the show. So, but when because it was something about how far they were out from the city still while they was in a desert, and that was just like a big moment for Team Avatar in general when Appa gets stolen, and they just like say, you know what, we don't have time to go out to a desert and get lost and drink cactus juice and get loopy to bring in, you know, that whole story beat to figure out how to beat the Fire Nation. It was more so for me like that was the moment I was like, okay, this is overtly like, what are we doing? You know?
Really.
Yeah,
So
that was the worst one for me.
I will say I really do love that change
Hmm.
for the season.
Okay.
Like, I kinda feel like the only weird thing was, like, that castle or, the, spirit scar or whatever they called it,
Yeah,
um, like,
it's in
in
a
the middle of the
random corner of the
yeah,
city. I just didn't like that. Yeah.
but I just like the idea that, Appa gets stolen in the city, and
Hmm.
because when he gets stolen in the show, it does feel very, like, desolate,
Hmm.
and we get a lot of Aang character building,
Yeah.
um, and, like, doubt within the team, and, like, a
Hmm.
lot of Team Avatar, like,
Like Aang changes
Dan
in that moment
Dan
in a major way, and I'm not gonna say that it felt. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm not gonna say that it felt like cheapened in a sense because we still do get to see him change. It's just more so like I know this is not the way it was supposed to go, and even if we get the same solution, I'm just not happy with how we showed our work.
Sure.
You know, like I felt like that desert scene, like you said, like it carried more weight than just being in the city. And because I'm just like when Appa got took, I was like, oh well, he gone. Like there's no way for
Mhm.
us to find him, you know. But knowing what I know, I was just like, it didn't it didn't hit that the same. And I feel like that's part of like the issue with already knowing where the story is going and like looking like and expecting certain things. Because I still feel like um even though I feel like the execution of the library joint with the owl and bringing all the different people up and stuff like that was still good, but the moment that really mattered, which is like when Toph had to choose between saving um, everybody was still in the library or trying to uh, save Appa, there was not enough. Like it was dark, we couldn't really see what was going on. All we hear is Appa screaming. I know what's actually happening, but it doesn't get translated because we can't see. Like what they're choosing to show us is just like not enough for me to feel the same weight of just like, dang, like I really feel like Toph is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Because up until that point, like the core memory of it is still like playing out. Because I remember the moment, but like until I see it, I'm just like, oh, that didn't hit the same. Then I gotta go back and look and see
But
like
but see that
what it
like,
what it used to
it
be.
definitely feels like you're
It's
just
unfair. It's definitely unfair.
yeah, you're saying you'll treat these as 2 separate things,
But I'm
but you
not.
can't. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
uh,
That's the conundrum that we're in, and it's like, it's gonna it's it's gonna be the same thing, when Moana comes out. You know.
yes, that's what I'm in like, this whole pod when I wanted to come on here and really talk about is just that feeling of, even when Moana comes out, I kinda feel like I've found my space where I think making these creative changes to the same story that we've already seen
Mm-hmm.
I want them to still have the beats of, like, "I'm sorry, Appa," with her looking at the ground, like, stuff like that,
Yeah.
as she's holding up the castle, but I do want the changes of it's not in the middle of the desert, it's
Hmm.
not one for one anymore,
Yeah.
um,
I'm not mad at that, but it's like I'm mad at that.
because when I think about it, it's like it's different, and it
Yeah.
allows the team to be in the city and, like, something bad happened that, like, directly implicates, like, the Dai
Hmm.
Li immediately,
Right.
like, everything is going wrong in the city,
Hmm.
and, we are wasting our time now
Yeah.
compared to in Avatar, which is, perfectly fine. You have so many more episodes to really deep dive
To milk it.
into. Yeah, to milk it,
Hmm.
and they gotta pick and choose. Now, I personally believe this season, they could have edited out some scenes if they were gonna speed run to Ba Sing Se,
Yeah.
um, but even, like, the general, something like introducing the general in the city and them being, a more important character
Hmm.
story-wise, for the whole Dai Li and Avatar You Can't Trust, what's his name? Long Fang.
Yeah. Long Fang. Yeah.
Like, these changes to it,
Hmm.
I kinda do believe if we're gonna do a live action version, go ahead and give me something that's not exactly it, but close enough where I can see where you chopped it up.
Hmm.
Um, and
My
I think
question.
I'm growing more appreciation of that style now.
Yeah. My question to you is, uh, based on that, um, well said, statement.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
you
I
know.
swear.
Um.
I appreciated my time, I swear.
uh. My question to you is: does episodes make you say that, like, make you give them props for what they were able to put into it, or would you rather have had more episodes so that they could, uh, you know, play those kinds of things out and have more room to do it? Because to me, 7 is already not a lot, you
Mhm.
know, and I don't remember how many episodes One Piece was. I'm not trying to just compare those two, but I'm just saying, like, if you know how many episodes are in a season of Avatar, then I feel like the ratio between those things, I feel like could have been a little bit more, like, longer. I don't feel
Mhm.
like it would have made it worse, you know? So what do you say to that?
So, this is also a conflict that I needed to bring up in the pod because
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe this season needed 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Um, but the problem I have with this season is there's something wrong with the writing. Like, there is
Mm,
something wrong with the delivery, the timing of some of these lines
mm-hmm.
that I'm just like, please reshoot this
Mm-hmm.
or redo that. That I don't know if 10 episodes would have helped this writer. You
Made
know
it
what I mean?
worse. Yeah.
Or made it
That's a
worse.
good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
But for me, after watching this season, I just felt like, dang, even to the end of the last 2 episodes, I kinda felt like we really rushing.
Mm-hmm.
We really rushing into these parts.
Yeah.
I kinda feel like they half baked the, s Katara and Zuko stuff
Yeah.
because, in the
That's
live
where
action, they kinda go ahead.
I was gonna say that was where I was talking about with the triangle, because in the animated show, that boy Aang was just mega jealous, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, throughout, like, anytime Katara talked to anybody, but there was only literally like one moment, well, I say two, when they was all dressed up in the palace, and then when he was like, after he wanted to apologize and he wanted to say more, but he couldn't, type of thing, where it's like, if I didn't know that they were supposed to, like, there's supposed to be some tension here, then that would have just felt even more like strange. But
Mhm.
because I know there's supposed to be tension here, I'm just like, bruh, like, that's not it. you know?
Yeah, and that's where I'm kind of realizing like I like this subtle changes because in the
Mhm.
original like medium, Aang and Katara's vibe was like more like Aang liking Katara, and
Yeah.
Katara is like, "What? He likes me?" Like
Yeah.
like, and that's
For
way later.
sure.
Like, oh,
And her liking other people and him
yeah,
seeing that like chemistry that she has with other people. Not necessarily like I want to date these people, but just like it being so much more natural of that non-plutonic friendship type of
yeah.
thing that it was like it's a kid show. Perfect. You know what I'm
And she
saying?
kind of views him as like, well, he is a kid,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Y'all both
but
kids, you know? So
yeah.
but
So in this one, they did much more like season 1, I felt like there was like none. Like I was like, "Dang,
yeah.
y'all got a long way to go." But
Mm-hmm.
this season, I did feel like they made a
Boy, Sokka
more
had motion
effort.
though.
Yeah, true for Sokka's storyline, but
Yeah.
for them for Aang and Katara,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely made Katara like way more noticeable of like kind of like I hope he likes me feelings already. And Aang just did this weird thing, like, he kept doing the, "I gotta tell you something, but
Yeah.
maybe not." I was just like, "Bro."
Yeah.
But it was just more in your face where it's like, "Oh, I can see them,
Mm-hmm.
they kinda like each other, but they don't really know how to say it."
Mm-hmm.
And they left off that Zuko portion that, I felt they needed,
Yeah.
but it's just a little bit different than the show where I'm like in
It's
the
a
show,
lot
it's the
different.
opposite. Yeah,
It's a
like
lot different because they got beef. Like him and Katara definitely have beef, but like through the conversations that they do show in this and in this live action joint, they have like they come to an understanding, and it's like maybe he's not so bad type of thing, and
yeah,
they spend it. So since they spending time together and they have this moment, it hits different, and then obviously like uh it's animated, so they're a lot more expressive when it comes to
yeah.
like the subtle things that doesn't really happen in live action. um and so like that moment being so short was just like glaring difference, and I was
Yeah,
just
but
like
but but for me, I was like, it's only glaring because I've seen the other version. But if I was watching,
mhm,
like, when I was watching this one, I felt like it just makes more sense. They don't know how to talk to each
they
other,
don't
Aang
know
and
each
Katara.
other. Yeah.
For Zuko, it would be really weird seeing season 1 and season 2, and then somehow they have a relationship. So it
Hmm.
to me, it just made more sense where it's like, it's the same story. It's not like will they, won't they with Zuko this time because it's just
Yeah,
much more clear in the
it's much
Aang
more
path.
clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I kinda like that we kinda don't have time to do the will they, won't they with a whole 'nother person.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Jet too though,
They
where
did.
it was a lot more like chemistry in the anime series than there was here, and it was more about the betrayal than catching feelings,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's why I was saying earlier, like the chemistry is like completely off, except when it comes to Sokka.
yeah, yeah.
Like Sokka might be my favorite character, bro. How he might be the
I didn't
best.
really like him that much, but his character yeah, he has a hard character to play, and I do think this season
Like
he was delivering them good lines,
that's what
and
I'm
then he
saying.
was
Like pound for pound, one for one, side by side. That's what I'm saying. Like he might be like my favorite casting, uh outside of obviously, Toph being new. And just having all the one liners, you know.
mhm,
So but as far as like chemistry between love interest, I feel like they definitely did a better job with Sokka when it came to whether it was Suki or what's the other moon girl name? I forgot the Yue? No.
yeah,
The Yue? Yeah,
yeah,
between those two and his conflicting feelings of like, oh man, I found somebody else, but I still like this other person. I want to hurt their feelings. Like we still never even got, you know, that back and forth between him and Suki in a real way. But there was more spark there than anything with Aang to Katara or vice versa, you know?
yeah.
And like you said, it's not so much that like as far as like the time framing and the pacing of things that it just ruins the show because to me, the first two episodes were I loved them. You know,
Hmm.
it was only when like the stakes got higher as we spent more and more and more time in Bossing Say, where it's like, dang, we really running out of time and space to fit
Yeah.
all of these things before, you know, the series ends in 7 episodes. So I do think that like ten episodes is definitely a sweet spot, but it's like in with these live action joints, I feel like there's an expectation to do them in 6 or 7. Like,
And I think that's the only. I'm coming to realization. I think that's the thing that's ruining it. I
mhm,
don't think it needs to be super long,
yeah,
but if you're changing up the story just a little bit, you
mhm,
kind of need 1 or 2 episodes to bridge it or make these other episodes feel more impactful because we're not getting the full season.
right,
And because there was a lot of things in this where I just felt like, you know what, that's not a bad spin to it.
mhm,
Uh, you know what, that was good enough. That was good enough.
yeah,
I just kind of felt like as we got towards like episode 5, man, we are running out of time,
mhm,
and a certain they could have added a little bit more context here and there to make this more smooth. But
yeah,
overall, I felt like the season something was wrong with the writer. Like some of these lines, I was just like, I don't really like the way this is delivered.
what kind of lines are do you think um were the
Like
ones
even
that like,
like a nitpick is like when Toph learned how to metal bend.
oh yeah,
I did not like the fact when she broke out, she said, "I invented metal bending." I was like,
mhm.
"Bruh." I don't even know if that was how it went down. I need to look back,
It
but
feels
I just wanted her to break out and just say, "I'm the greatest earthbender
yeah,
alive," and
yeah,
then pop out, and then boom.
mhm,
I did not like the fact that she said, "I invented metal." I'm like,
yeah. It was still
so
cool
it's
though.
just certain things like that. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, but it's just like
So
she
this
was
is
like, "Remember who you are," or
mhm,
"Your friends know who you are," and I felt like in that moment, it would've been better for her to say like, "Yeah, my friends know I'm
I
the
just
greatest
created
earthbender
metal
alive."
bending. That's how I would have
Yeah,
said it.
I don't like that. That's like the only thing. So it's just like certain
Yeah.
things where if she would've broke out and just been like, "I'm the greatest earthbender alive," in front of her
Mhm.
mom's face and then dipped out of the cart, just like in the show,
Yeah.
and stormed off, I'd been like, "Yeah, that's dope." But,
Mhm.
it's just certain things where it kinda just threw me off.
Mhm.
And one last thing, I really did like the way they switched up the, like, Tales of the Avatar episode where it had, like, those, Sokka's episode, Toph's episode, and then Appa's episode where he gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
Um, and they kinda did a spin on it in this one, and they changed it up, so it's not like one-for-one scenes, not even one-for-one poems, and, Iroh's scene with his son,
Mhm.
was, like, completely different.
Yeah.
I don't think it's better, but
Mhm.
I think I like it slightly different where I'm like, I
Yeah.
kinda can choose, "Oh, you know what? That was a little cooler, but, a sunset was way better in my
Mhm.
opinion." And I think that's where I'm coming around. These adaptations, keep that episode where it's like, oh, it's different, uh, characters' scene or turn to grow, and then we're gonna go to another character, their scene to grow. Keep that episode there,
Mhm.
but just change it up slightly where it's its own thing because I can't look at these things anything else than it's not the original, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
I'm appreciating them more because 'cause I'm like, it was that episode better? No,
Mhm.
but that's not bad, like, that's pretty cool context for Iroh's character, so
Yeah. Me personally, I wouldn't go so far to say that like the writing was bad. Um, Mainly because like there's definitely some lines that don't hit, right? But I think the dialogue between the characters was really good. Like some of my favorite conversations happened in this joint that I'm just like, yo, like, oh nah, like Princess Azula really good actors. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, Toph with like Toph with her mom, really good. Like, you know, who else? Even Zuko being a punching bag, and then just being like having a conversation with Katara. I feel like those moments hit, but it's more so when the problem to me is like the ambiance of the scene and the music behind it. They kind of deafen in a sense of in some of these big arguments where it's like it should be like this grand crescendo happening because tempers are bubbling over, and it's just like, nah, we're literally just yelling at each other in this empty room, and it
Yeah, I
sounds
feel it.
weird. Like, it sounds weird to me, but
Yeah, I
like,
feel like I hear the lines more, and I'm like, "Oh, that
yeah.
don't sound
And
like."
now I'm noticing like, oh no, you guys are acting. You're no longer the characters. Like, it kind of becomes like outer body experience almost. And I'm just like, dang, like, and I think to me it happens the most with Aang, but like in the moments that it happens with
For
like
sure.
Toph or uh with Sokka or
Masaka or Katara,
Katara, yeah, it's
they're
just
noticeable.
it's very noticeable. And on top of that, like a lot of times, like it's more so supposed to be an unserious, funny moment. And that's just like, huh, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like with Toph jumping out, I just created metal bending,
Yeah.
like, but then they'll come back and when she breaks down the door, and Sokka says like, when can you do that? Well, I forgot exactly what he said, but it's like those snappy moments go crazy. Or like when Katara um healed the plant in front of the Earth King, and Sokka was like, she could do that. Like, I really like those moments because, like, to me, I feel like there's something about Katara's character that I just do not rock with unless it's a sibling moment. I feel like she does the sibling moments very, very well. But like when it comes down to just normal conversation, it just felt like she's like, line. I need this line real quick. It's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
natural
yeah,
as
it
some of
might
the
be just like
others.
the way they're delivering it or the
Yeah.
actors are delivering it. It's just something with that writing that, to me,
Hmm.
it happens way too many times when I'm watching the show that I'm like, "I don't like this line. I don't like this delivery. I don't like what something around here needs to be changed because it didn't come off normal." But you have a good point. It could just be the audio cues of, like, music
Yeah.
and build up and delivery and, silencing it when it needs to be silenced and, like,
Hmm.
having more ambiance,
Yeah.
to help out the moments.
Hmm. Because
Because
like,
even
yeah, go ahead.
Imma not spoil it because this thing been out forever.
Yeah.
Uh, when Aang got zapped out of the, Avatar state,
Yeah.
there was something definitely wrong with the audio or,
Hmm.
like, the impactfulness of that.
Yeah.
It was so, like I was a kid. It was so, like,
Wait.
sad and
Yeah.
disheartening,
Because you didn't know
and
what
there
was
was, like,
going to
the
happen.
spiraling music of Aang just
Yeah.
got lightning bolted, y'all.
Yeah. And
It
to
was
me,
like,
this
"Oh,
joint,
we lost."
yeah, in this joint, it was more of like not a jump scare, but it was like more of a snap moment, right? And you were just anticipating when that was going to happen, right? Because like the whole point of that scene was that realizing like, yo, like, because we're gonna see it eventually happen again when, um, Aang fights Fire Lord Ozai, when he inevitably fights him because he's a pacifist, so he don't want to hurt nobody, right? And it was a built up moment for Azula because of the dragon story where she was like, I'm not going to miss my opportunity to take out the other dragon, when she was talking about Zuko, but in this instance it was Aang. So whenever um he's like going to Avatar state, getting all confident, thinking he can like do whatever, and it's finally about to finish the job and realize he can't. Wow, like that's what I've been waiting for this whole time. And it was like three different times where I was like, it's about to happen right now, right now, right now. And
Yeah,
then when it
that
happened, I had to rewind it because I was like, that was it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but see, so that's the only thing. It's like I personally do feel like even you,
Mhm.
like to separate them, you pretty much can't.
Yeah.
Like because you've seen it, you're already like, I know what happened. So now I'm just
Hmm.
judging the quality of how it happens.
Yeah.
And after watching this and seeing a lot this year,
Hmm.
I think I'm to the point where I really don't want you to do it exactly
Yeah.
how it was done.
Hmm.
My only critique of that scene was like you done sniped him like straight up.
Yeah.
Like I felt like he would get like disarmed by like Zuko from the side or something like
You
that,
have
or
ultra
Katara
instinct.
straight up. Yeah, like this is he's like, okay, I decide I can't kill you,
Hmm.
and you was just like, ah! Like I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
but
That's another thing too, where it's like I did notice it in this season. The bending is a lot better, but there's a lot of moments where I'm just like, okay, it doesn't feel as like free as I feel like it should be. Because there was moments where it's like they're fighting, like when you know, Sokka is fighting the Dai Li going crazy, and it's like, oh, the Dai Li forgot how to earthbend all of a sudden,
defeat easy.
you know, going crazy, right? And I don't know if it's just earthbenders or what, but it's just like it takes a lot for them to do what they got to do. But like even when Katara was surrounded and we're like waiting for the moment for Aang to like go into the Avatar state, uh, it's not so much to me that like I'm like immediately comparing it to uh the old giant. It's more so like I want to see how they gonna do it. But I'm still gonna take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
and I'm not like when I say that like I'm just waiting for like the bang 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 type of thing. Like I want to see what it looked like, but I'm not like I still haven't gone back and looked at the original anime to see if it's different. I'm just going off of what I remember, but it's not so much to me like a judgment on execution. It's more about the feeling, you know. And because of like I can't tell them how to make this lightning go through the CGI and do all this. I can't speak to that. All I can speak to is how it made me feel in that moment. And it's like I feel like regardless if I knew or if I don't know, I still kind of would have felt the same way. You know, it's only after adding more context to it that it like what I've seen before informs my opinion, but I'm still going to explain, you know, how I felt like during that whole part. You know
yeah,
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying just like the vibes are off, right?
Yeah, like it's just like, but I still like the vibe was off for that split second, but I still rewind to watch it again because I just want to see it again. I'm like that was still cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the um I like I said, everything's better in animation in my opinion. That's like my go-to thing to say. So I'm not expecting it to necessarily be like the best thing that I've ever seen, but more so just like I'm looking to see what the experience is of it, and then I can
But
express it
so my
later.
my point is, do you feel like it ruins it because you know what's gonna happen? So it's more like you're just
Nah,
looking.
nah, because it's been so long. Like it's been so long. Like I remember that thing happens, but I don't necessarily know when it's about to happen.
Mm,
Like how can I put this? Um like I was saying before with the library joint, right? Uh
yeah, yeah.
Nothing about the library scene bothered me until the end when we didn't get to see how hard Toph was actually fighting. All we got to see is how hard she was trying to keep the building up,
Mm,
like and the people that was around it. But that's just
mm.
one part of that entire scene. That like how much it takes away from it is not as heavy as like what the description of it might seem like. That's what happens a lot of times too when it comes to how I score things. Is like the weight of the criticism a lot of times doesn't outweigh my enjoyment of a series or show.
Mm.
But the criticism is still valid. It's just relative to like the moment, you know?
The vibe of the moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's kind of how I would put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense though, or no? Or does it feel like
I
I'm
think so.
okay?
I think so.
Yeah. Because if the crux of this podcast is just, you know, when you watch these live action adaptations, you should temper your expectations to be looking forward to seeing. We're not even really looking forward to just to experience the new thing and not so much like hold them back to what was already created. Is if that is like the main theme behind this, I feel like that's a good message because like even with something like The Lion King, right? The Lion King is pretty much like one for one, like story to
Yes.
movie, right?
It's 1-1, yeah.
But when it comes to Mufasa, it's a whole different thing.
Mhm.
And they get to build on what you know from the new live. It's just like a, you know, like a more context to what you can say, and then you can end up getting a whole different opinion based off of that one thing.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think it's more of a tolerance thing than like a direct. If you don't make this exactly how I was, it's bad.
But so my only thing is, like, I think it's kinda coming across the podcast. I think I'm realizing if you did a if they did a one-for-one thing,
Mm-hmm.
my tastes now feel like I would not like it because it automatically just becomes, uh, well, the original one's better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much like the original that the way I originally was shocked, the way I originally laughed,
Yeah.
or the way I originally, like, cried is the
Mm-hmm.
better version than the new version. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, I feel like that's a default now, and seeing this one and seeing from season 1 to season 2, I feel like changing up the story just this tad bit does make me like it more,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping for more adaptations to do these small adaptations within the same story that's not too, like, crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but it's enough to for it feels like, you know what, okay, I coulda kinda saw that if I was, like, experiencing the first time, are they gonna go left, they're gonna go right, and it's like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so this is what happens if they would've went left a little bit." Like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." They still end up flying away, they still end up using the spirit water, stuff like that, you know,
Yeah.
I'm all cool with that. And a lot of this stuff in this season, while rushed, or we only have 7 episodes to work with, I kinda feel like getting from point A to point B and still trying to hit these beats of, like, "Nah, overall, this was wrong," or
Mm-hmm.
opposite on how we gonna find them." Um, like, I think overall it nails that stuff, and it's funny you brought up Moana. I was thinking it right after I finished watching it, like,
Mm-hmm.
"Dang, I feel like I'm gonna get a one-for-one Moana, and I'm automatically
I'm more
not
excited.
gonna like it
Me?
for a one-on-one." Like,
Because
I'm like, "Ah,
yeah,
I don't know if Imma
like
like that."
I would rather have that, or I think it's different when it's like the first movie, right? Like the first when it's like the first, like if it's the exact same in Moana 2, if they take liberties of Moana 2, then I won't feel away. But like to me, I think because I think it has something to do with Moana still being more fresh and more new,
Mhm.
that I'm like, oh, I'm more curious to see what this would look like in live action, more so than like am I expecting there to be major changes? Because a movie is just a movie. Like a show is different because you got to combine a lot more things. Like it's a different, completely different math problem. So I'll be more okay with a one-to-one movie than a one-to-one show uh if the point of it being a live action like series is that they're going to take a different approach to it, because nobody's really written the rules out for like what constitutes as like this is a good live action adaptation and what
Yeah.
it's not. um but it's something to keep in mind, because with the context of it only being 7 episodes and all that they had to fit in there, um I feel like the first half was better than the second half, but I'm still excited for season 3, if
Yeah,
that
but
makes sense.
like
But
I'm like I've seen The Little Mermaid, and
mhm,
The Lion King is literally like the perfect example.
mhm,
I personally don't think anyone will walk away saying the live action Lion King is their their favorite
yeah,
version. Do you know what I mean?
mhm,
Like I actually think now it's impossible.
yeah. Like I
Like,
would, I would go and rewatch Mufasa, but I wouldn't go and rewatch The Lion King.
and I feel like that's where, especially this Avatar is showing me,
Mhm,
you got to make a little bit of change somewhere. Because at the most, like this version, I could tell someone like the bending to me looks really good. It
yeah,
looks really cool. Um,
mhm,
I will say like the Avatar state's not as cool. They toned that thing down or spent money all on fire effects or something like that. But the
mhm,
fighting and stuff is dope. I wish the writing was better. Uh, but overall, it looks really good for like a live action version, and the epicness of the
mhm,
Avatar universe is definitely on display. Um,
yeah,
but that would be like the pros,
mhm.
and then I feel like people would go to that. But if this was like a one for one for Avatar, and they did every single episode of Avatar,
Yeah,
I think I would. I
you
think I
fall
would tell
off.
everyone the same thing. Like, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah,
Don't worry. Just if you've seen the animated one, it's the better. You know what I mean? There's
mhm,
not gonna be any marks that I would say for sure visit this one. And I do feel strongly. You know what? This is doing something good.
yeah,
It's not doing it like at a great level
mhm,
that I was hoping the season 2 would do,
yeah,
but I feel like they're in a realm where I kind of like it, and I just wish they could get the writing better where I'm a pull from kind of like your critiques too, where the vibes of certain scenes hit better. Because if
yeah,
those scenes just hit a little bit better, I feel like we're now in a ballpark of this is what should have been delivered from season 1 and season 2.
mhm.
So,
I do think that to be like my little closing thing. I do think that like there it's okay to have scenes and storylines that you like better and ones that you think need work in a long running series, because it's not going to be 10 out of 10 all the time, because there's something that they're building to, right? So I'm not necessarily like jaded to the fact that like, you know, characters like Ty Lee and Mai, who we see multiple times, but don't really we get more so told their stories than getting to see it happen in real
yeah,
life. So like no backstory, no beach episode, no none of that. I think the
top of
beach
the block.
episode's later. But yeah,
Yeah,
so like we don't get a lot of them, but like we gotta accept the fact that like it's not so much the point that, you know, Mai is in love with Zuko. It's more so important that you know that she's still willing to give him up, even though she do love him because of her dedication to the Fire Nation, right? So it's like, would I have wanted to see more from them? Yes. But am I mad that we haven't seen it yet? No. It's just something to keep in mind, because let me ask you this. What if I told you that I think this will be better on the second or third watch when the full series is out than it will be your first time watching it again, like your first watch through of it. Does that make sense? Do you think that would make sense?
I do, and
Yeah.
that's where I kind of feel right now, where
Mm-hmm.
I can get the critiques of it,
Yeah.
but I feel like now I'm in the space of everyone is just too obsessed with the original is better. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
more of you have to prove to me how like how in the world is LeBron gonna get another ring? Like it feels in this space of only until you're way past the mountaintop am I gonna concede that this version's better.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like okay, I have to do it completely different.
Because
And if
if your
I did the
favorite player
same,
is
I'm never gonna
LeBron
be.
and my favorite player is MJ, we already done made our decision on who the GOAT is. So it
And I
doesn't.
feel like just the medium automatically, like if
Yeah.
I loved a manga or
Mm-hmm.
a comic book first, and now I get to see the movie, it's
Yeah.
already like that didn't give me the feeling when I first flipped that page and
Mm-hmm.
saw the splatter or the snap or something like that, or
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, well, I first watched the animated series and now I'm watching live action. It's like that didn't give me the same feeling. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm coming to a realization it has to be something a little bit different. Otherwise, it turns into The Lion King, where yeah, I watched it. Yeah, it was cool seeing all the animals in
Mm-hmm.
live action,
Why are you
but
going back to it?
I would never go back to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's your point. Like if
Mm-hmm.
this season, I'd probably go back to and be like,
Like I'm more
you know what?
excited to rewatch the whole thing again before
Yeah,
I'm
because there is
rewatching
a
the
jump.
original Avatar.
Yeah, and there is a jump from season 1 to 2 because the
Yeah.
actors are older
Mm-hmm.
and the kiddiness is way more in 1 than in 2. 2, it has a different tone,
Everybody got an after shadow in this joint.
and then Aang's character, I'm sorry, bro, I just need you to step it up again. I think I said that the last pod
Yeah.
years ago. There's just something you gotta bring more, man. You really got to, and hopefully that lightning bolt helped you out.
I think. Yeah. I don't want to say that he just ain't got it because I feel like they picked the right person to play the character, like likeness wise. Like when I see him, I see Aang, right? But I feel like the charisma is just not there. It's just monotone, you know?
Should I add Tom Holland? No, I was kidding.
Nah, that would have been
Have
crazy.
Timothy.
Bruh, that would have been crazy. It would have been a riot. But I think it has more to do with like not only just cadence, but like just vocally, like going from high to low, and just be able to keep that like you said, like child like whimsy behind it, but also like you say everything the exact same way, which was bothering me in the big argument between the whole team Avatar because now it just sounds like you whining. You're just looking for somebody to blame. And I don't want to hear that.
I'll say his
You know what I'm
lines were
saying?
definitely the worst in that argument. I thought the
Yeah.
argument scene was really good, but every time Aang talked, I was like,
Bro,
something's
be
wrong.
quiet.
Yeah.
Like I was just sitting here like, yo, like and he would just look at him like, come on, like, are you serious? Like,
It's your fault. I
yeah.
was like,
And it's
bro.
like nothing that you're saying is equating to what you're accusing them of anyway. Like,
Yeah. Maybe
and
that's what it was.
it was just a bad like bad reasoning. And it was like we all know you're not really mad about this anyway. You know? So and I feel
At
like
least
because
didn't feel like the vibes was definitely off. Like you're not truly really mad at this.
yeah.
It's like you're just delivering the mad and
Hmm.
eh.
So like when so like even when he's like just mega sad laying on the floor with Momo and he like finally feels the ground and connects to seeing Appa,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I still didn't like what you did before, but that was cool. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I was
So
like, ah.
Yeah.
Way
Like that feels like Avatar. Avatar would do that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Uh but yeah, he just has the same tone with everything and it just don't hit, you know? And he just don't sound like Aang at all. Um but yeah, I still think like you said, like we still need Aang and Katara to step it up. I feel like Zuko's still going
Like
crazy. I feel like Azula going crazy. I feel like Toph going crazy.
we gotta
Like
talk about
Soph,
top 10 out of 10, amazing actress.
yeah,
She did her thing this time around, and if that character fell through, oh, this
it would have
season
been
was
bad.
brutal.
Yeah.
But Top was amazing casting.
Hmm.
The lines they did for her were fantastic, and nah, that was a great casting. I can't believe how Azula did good too. Azula did good.
Yeah. I grew to like Azula a lot more
I
this
did not like
season.
her at first. I was like, oh
Yeah.
dang, we're in trouble. But
Yeah.
as the season
Like when
went
she
on,
really got in her like psychoanalyst bag of like I'm finna read every single one of y'all real quick, and then she got to like we got to see more of her acting prowess, more so than just her being Azula, because that's like what we was banking on earlier. I was like, oh, Azula here, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, um, and even Uncle Iroh, like I feel like everything he say sound good, you know,
Yeah,
but now that he's done linked up with the White Lotus, is it the White Lotus?
yeah, White
Okay,
Lotus.
okay. Um, I'm like, super excited. I'm like, okay, how he gonna get Brolic for real in real life? Like, how is this gonna happen?
Push
You know
us,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Yeah, push ups and pull ups. Um, but it's the other thing too that I wanted to point out because you know I think like you're saying before, like with the pacing of the second half of the show, because it was so like tight and everything was like back to back to back, it didn't necessarily matter how good the commentary and the dialogue between the characters was because of how like sharp some of the decisions were. So specifically with Zuko, like when Zuko made the switch to, being on not being on Team Avatar all the way, but just while he's in his like conflict of interest mode where it's like, dang, I don't know what I want to do. I want to go home, but I know they hate me. My sister telling me something good, but I know she ain't good. Like back and forth, back and forth. I want to help people. Unc, get me a job. Like all the things is happening. And we're getting to see his backstory and getting that whole like character arc for him to just like instant switch out of a cutscene, or not even a cutscene, but a jump cut. I was
Yeah.
like, don't like that either. But this is still cool, like moment, because we're getting to see him firebend. He took a long time to start doing that again. So it doesn't feel like a waste, but it's just like that's a byproduct of the nature of these live action series where it's like very, very smushed together, you know?
Yeah, you gotta get the vibes right. I think you're right on the money with that, because even that
Mm-hmm.
scene, I just felt like the meetup with Katara right before then, the lines of it wasn't handled right in that
Yeah.
scene where it needed to be more frantic of like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being bad, y'all. I'm not bad all the time.
Yeah.
And really show that he is conflicted. Like, no, Katara was just helping me out. You're like, y'all
The
just chill.
angst. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't need more angst there. And then when he does flip, it just felt so like,
All right, y'all.
I mean, he was lost
It's
the
my
whole
time.
season. Yeah, it was just like, and I'm evil again. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep. So.
Like I just need like a camera moment where he's like shaking or something, like,
Mm-hmm.
like a zoom on his eyes, and then even
Yeah.
even the Iroh scene when he walks past him to me was not like impactful enough. The vibes weren't there. G has it
Yeah.
all right all along. Like it, Iroh just kind of where I haven't seen the anime in like 2 years. I think a
Mm-hmm.
year. I'm pretty sure his uncle is like, ugh, and then keeps going or keeps it pushing where, and then Zuko like looks down or something. Like this one, he just
Disappointment.
looks straight and like, yeah, it's like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. So
Like he
just
does
better
this
vibe.
thing where it's just like he just looks in the direction at you. And you're supposed to feel
Yeah.
all the feelings. But it's like
And it's
it's
like,
not coming through. I just know I'm supposed to feel the feelings.
I
You
need
know?
that Fire Nation music just blaring. Dun, dun,
Hmm.
dun, dun. Like,
But
oh yeah,
when he was like, you know how hot a fire has to be to burn a
that
firebender?
was good.
I was like,
That was,
oh, like that was
yeah.
tough. That was tough.
And that was a line that was never said.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that
Because it
because
makes you think about it. Like, dang, I didn't even think about that before.
yeah, because you're like, I'm thinking about it. Is he the only one that's scarred?
I don't know. I think so.
I got rewatch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that
Yeah.
line was
Because like
immaculate.
it makes you even think about like how hot Azula's hands are. Because her
Yeah,
flames are blue. You
because
know?
we don't even see him actually get burnt. We just see the and then like
Mm-hmm.
Azula smiling or something like that. So
Yeah.
the way he delivered that line in the show, it made it feel like the Fire Lord literally just like bang and just kept going. I was like, hey,
Hold that.
nah, you don't have to hold this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
tough. It's tough. But that's why I feel like it'll be better when we get to watch the whole thing. Because like that's what I feel like it's really missing. And in those moments it's just like, okay, the show is in flux, you know? But there's definitely good things out, like really good things I liked about it, but also like blaring things. I'm like, hopefully they fix that in the next season. But it's not something to be like, y'all, the show was so bad. Like, don't even waste your time watching it. You know, which is a lot of
yeah,
times where I feel like the initial reactions be like, they ruined it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So when I'm like, y'all, like, come on, man, like, show not even over yet. What if they building up to something we ain't seen in a different way? So yeah, but you got any final takeaways before we give scores?
shout out to Momo, shout out to Appa. Well, we know y'all
We need
are
more
the
from
real
Momo.
MVPs in season 2, but you got cut. So hey,
Yeah,
hopefully season 3, one request, make it 10 episodes.
it's
Just
never
make it
gonna happen.
longer.
It's gonna be 5.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Gonna
That'd
get
be
shorter and shorter and shorter. Okay. What are you giving it out of 10, bro?
I've gone back and forth thinking about it today and what I'd
Mm,
grade this one. I do think this is better than season 1. I do like a lot of more
wow.
character changes. But I'm gonna stay with a 7. Uh,
Mm,
I just don't think it gets all the way up to an 8, even though I like the changes and I like what they're doing.
yeah.
Um, I just feel like it's still more of the same speed where that was good. I enjoyed myself, but the episodes are like an hour long, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the writing sometimes. And
Yeah.
like I said, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I just really feel like season 2 of the Avatar was a really good season. So it does make me worried for season 3 because that season's very different.
Yeah.
Um, and you got a lot of stuff to do. I mean, you got Sparky Sparky Boom Man, you got the dragons, you
Oh
got
my
Aang
gosh, I
learning
can't
from
wait
Aang.
for that. Yo, and the
Like
dragons too. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
you even got Aang burning Katara. So it's like
Mm-hmm. Blood
these are some
bending.
big episodes. Blood bet like bang, that's like 5 episodes right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh
And just ain't. I need to see that turtle, bro. I need to see that
oh
turtle.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's one thing that they for sure are just gonna
They're gonna cut
they're gonna
that.
change that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Like the
gonna walk
dragons
up. He gonna
out
walk
of
up, and it's gonna be just a wall this time. Like
yeah.
he gonna wash up on the island, and like
If they do that change, then I'll say that's a bad change. But
yeah.
yeah, it's just a weird thing because I do want to give it an 8, but deep down, I just kind of feel like it's like one of those like higher 7s than
Mm-hmm.
I'll give season 1. So I'm gonna stick with the 7. Um, keep it up, Netflix. Don't drop this one. I do like it. I'm gonna keep
Mm-hmm.
watching it. I hope I gain more appreciation of it as all 3 come out. I think G's right on the money with that.
Yeah,
Um, and I did
they're
this
meant to
last
be
time where I
washed
said
together.
season 2 would be better. I'm really hoping season 3 is great. I
Wavering.
really am. But I would say I am wavering where it's just gonna be more of the same speed, and
Yeah.
they just gotta finish it out. But shout out to Toph, you really carried the season. I would give it an 8 just because that casting was incredible.
Hmm.
Aang, step it up. We need some points on the
The
board. So
Boulder.
7 out of 10. What you giving this one, G?
Same thing. 7 out of 10, bro. I think season 1 was better.
Ah,
Because I feel like it was just more like a complete story. Um, and even though like it had the boost of just like waiting to see if it's gonna be better than the movie, the original live action movie when they were saying Ong, you know.
oh,
But
oh,
um, yeah, I always just like the beginning of stories anyway too. And then I really enjoyed, like you said, Toph, Sokka. I mean not Sokka. Well, I did enjoy Sokka, but more so Toph and Zuko storylines. And yeah, I think these kinds of I feel like these live action series are meant to be watched together. And you know, obviously they can't put them all out at one time, but I feel like they'll uh, you know, age get better with time. And it's just interesting to see like the reactions to like something that was first animated and turned to a live action show versus like something like Game of Thrones, which was a book and got turned into live action, and then on top of that now has side stories as well that are like adding more context to the broader world. So you know I feel like it could still only get better. And I never really got tired of watching it. Like a lot of times with like even shows like that I fall off on, with even something like Daredevil. I still haven't finished that. Right.
yeah.
Um, I'm close, but like I don't look forward to watching that in the sense of like, oh, I can't wait to see what the next episode is going to be because it's a heavier show. But with this joint, I'm just like, okay, there's gonna be heavy moments, but the whimsy of Avatar is still there, and I love every second of it. The bending goes crazy, but that vibe, bro, that vibe, it just is still not all the way there yet, you know.
Yeah.
And the amount of changes that were made, that, like I said earlier, to me was more subtractive than additive, to you know bring either more context to the story, or in this joint I felt like we just left stuff out, and I just wish there was like a better is acquisition the right word, a better accumulation of clips of stories that they wanted to tell. And like because some of them just was like, does this really matter anymore, you know so but I'm still excited for season 3 because yeah, gotta see these fights, man. They only gonna get more and more crazy. Now that we done mastered 3 elements,
Yeah.
So super, super excited to see what that is gonna look like. Let us know how y'all feeling in the comment section. We could probably still do a whole nother pod about Avatar, but go ahead.
I will say one more thing. Them not doing the guru who's teaching them about the Avatar state. You remember Aang's big deal about not wanting to master the Avatar state was because he had to let go of Katara.
Oh
And
yeah, they never
have that
addressed that.
speed,
Yeah.
yeah, is gonna be
Mhm.
difficult because you will have to have an episode next time
Yeah.
explaining to him. But they might just completely, like, wipe that away, but that was a major moment of,
Hmm.
like, Aang is in love with this woman, and he cannot let her go even to save the world,
They
and
might
yet
not
he
feel
ha
like it's necessary though, if they don't feel like
yeah,
the romance is necessary. So,
yeah, I think that they're completely fine with, like, "Oh, they like each other, we don't gotta
hmm
make it like this is his destiny," but that was just a major
we
part
don't
of choosing
gotta we don't gotta Anakin Skywalker this thing,
because
you
this man
know.
was getting through them Avatar chakras like it was nothing, and then they said,
Yeah.
"Hey, you gotta drop your lady." He said, "I'm out. I'm out." Alright, that's it.
The lady that's not his lady.
Yeah. Remember he was like, "Oh, I love her," or something like
Yeah.
that. I gotta watch Avatar again. That show was good.
Hmm. But let us know how y'all feeling about the live action not the animated. I mean, you can tell us both. Um, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button before if you have not already. And what you geeked about, bro?
So I'm pretty geeked about um the Odyssey coming out.
Mm. Red
I was at
carpets
the
have
bookstore.
happened.
Nice. I was at the bookstore the other day and I saw the Iliad and the Odyssey together
Mm.
in like this giant book format.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be getting it.
tempted.
Uh, but I've read the Odyssey before, so it was just kind of like
Which one is first?
the Iliad.
Mm.
The Iliad's like the war, and then Odyssey is like I'm not gonna tell.
Yeah, don't say
So
nothing.
uh like
People
I'm
already
just so
spoiling, bro. It's crazy.
I feel like because I've read it, like I'm gonna get stuff like memory jogged when I watch the movie, so I'll really, really like it. But
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Nolan, my favorite director, I just know it's gonna be great. So I can't wait to see that. And I need to find like I can't remember what millimeter, like a
70.
50, 70 millimeter theater. I wanna go and see it in that because I didn't get to go see Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Or
Which
sinners.
I'm kind of glad. I feel like this one, or Sinners, and this movie would be really good on like that type of screen. So,
Yeah.
uh, we'll see what happens.
I'm
But
scared
I'm
that it'll
mainly geeked
ruin
about.
it.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to watch another movie again.
And then what else am I geeked about? Man, I've been on that Pokemon bad. Uh,
Oh,
I haven't bought anything because the market is looking pretty good. It looks like it's about
yeah.
to crash, and uh, you know. I ain't gonna lie, they got some great cards coming out this year, and
Mm-hmm.
if the market just crashes a little bit, I kind of feel like me and G been in the Pokemon space for like a year now. I kind of
Yeah.
feel like now I understand.
I got my toe in there. Chris in the game though. Chris really in the game, bro.
Yeah, I feel like now I definitely understand like where I want to be at and where
Mm-hmm.
eventually I want to get to, and just a slight little crash will definitely help out along the way.
Yeah.
So you know,
Correction. A little correction.
yeah, a little correction because some of these cars is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like they want PS5s, PS5 Pros for
Mm-hmm.
for any card nowadays. Card just came out, but yeah, I've been on that Pokemon, man. I'm excited for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was one more thing. Um, I was watching G play some Hades, so I went and grabbed that for the Steam Summer Sale. But
Go to
he's
game. Go to
also
game.
yeah he's also back on college football, so.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to avoid college football because last time I dipped my toe into it, I didn't even finish the first season. So now I just prefer to G streams.
Yeah. Getting body
Uh,
right now.
but I'm excited to play some Hades, and um I got Undertale, which is like a really well known game.
Never heard of it.
Uh, it's like an 8-bit game, like an old style game.
Undertale.
And I'm just excited to see this grand story that everyone's always talked about that I've never watched
Oh,
through or played through.
like Stardew
Uh,
Valley looking.
sure, yeah, yeah. Uh, but this is like a famous game that everyone's always played and had rave reviews about.
They've
But
made
I think it's
movies about
like
this game.
storyline.
My
So
fault. Go
uh,
ahead.
I've only played like an hour of it, and I
Okay.
think they said it takes like 8 hours to beat. So I'm excited to beat that
Mm-hmm.
because I really haven't beaten a game since Path of Exile. So
Mm.
uh,
Not counting Diablo.
yeah, no. So I'm waiting for the Diablo expansion to go on sale because I will
Oh, so
definitely
you,
be
yeah. Okay. I was like, I thought
so
it came out. Something
playing
came
that.
out.
Yeah, that it's been out.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard the seasons aren't going as well as people would like, but I heard the story line was 10 out of 10 amazing, and I'm just trying to save a few bucks for some Pokemon cards. So it's like,
Man, Telling you.
Just, you know what I mean? Just there's one more Charmander, so
Yeah.
I'll wait for that to go on sale too.
That's really the game.
But
Delayed gratification, y'all. Learn it.
no. And I think I'm not sure. Does quarterback come out this week?
I don't know. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for the season of quarterback. I thought it was in July, but maybe I got it mixed up with
There's
August.
really only one storyline that I care about, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna
JD5.
get to see why. Nah, I'm gonna get to see why y'all buns. That's what I'm gonna get to see.
No, we gotta see the bounce back. And last type of media that I'm consuming is these Brandon Ayuk. Um,
Next week. It's
and
next
I don't
week.
even know how TikToks next week. Yeah, I can't wait for
Yeah.
it.
They beefing now
TikTok,
though.
bro. This is all lies.
That's
This
fake
is
beef. That's fake beef.
that is the definition of fake
Bro
beef.
said put the phone down. I said, ooh.
He
Ooh.
said, "Enjoy retirement, peace."
He
Like,
said, you're not my
nah.
quarterback. Or you what he say? He said, I run the show. Or
Yeah, he
something like
said,
that.
Five done text me like, "You on my team now. You better
Yeah.
like follow mine or something." And he said, "Boy, stop hiding from your mama or
Yeah,
something."
he said something about his mama, bro. I
But
said, oh man, this man crazy.
and then JD posted like, "Enjoy retirement, peace sign" or something like.
Yeah, that's crazy to put that on his
I
body
know
like
this is
that.
all they're texting. This is 100% manufactured.
What did we gain from
Yeah,
this?
they
Nothing.
waiting for the season.
Yeah.
But they probably
Waiting
at
for him to
lunch.
get cut.
Yeah.
That's what we're waiting on. Cause
So
Washington ain't said nothing.
they legally can't.
Yeah.
Just legally, that according to the rule book,
Mm-hmm.
they can't talk about another player on another team. So,
Yep. Then they're gonna
but
come out
yeah,
with the documentary. We're like, yeah, we had our eye on him since such and such year. We know he got connection with
I
JD5.
just can't wait for that
And
introductory press conference of like, oh, we know he's a high standing character guy. Like,
he gonna have to be on the next wide receiver show. Gotta be. Cause they always got the different archetypes. They got the GOAT, they got the startup, and they got the guy that's almost out of the league to see if he can still make it.
I will say his name has elevated in just football circles for not playing football.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect medium of let me see what this guy's about. Let me
Yeah,
see.
because
Oh,
I
he's
will
not a
say
bad guy.
before he started talking, I was like, bruh, he trash. He hurt.
No one cared
Like,
about Brian
he's not gonna
Ayuk
be
like
good. And now that
that.
he
Yeah.
talking crazy though, I'm like, oh, he might be good. Still.
No, it's like we gotta see now. We gotta
Like he
see.
talking
So
that big talk right now. So
to talk like this and not be on a team, if you get on a
you know
team,
something.
you better start scoring touchdowns. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about like 4. I'm talking like 8,
Yeah.
9. Yeah, more than CD Lamb. That's how many.
You can't OBJ that joint.
Yeah. So, but that's what I've been up to, man. What you geeked about, G?
He stole 2 of my answers, you know. So college football dropped on Monday for me.
Monday.
And it's tough. Having a rough go at it, man. 0-3. But I'm pacing myself, and it's something about like, because I'm about to upload all of the games, but I think I'm about to start playing offline just to get through this first season, bro. Because I don't feel like I can
Nah, you gotta document it, bro. You gotta document
on stream, bro. Because I only play like 2 games a day. But I'm just like, I'm gonna have to do it. I gotta do it. Because it's like, part of me just wanted to stay up and just run through it just to see. Because like, it's already a thing where it's like, there's a big drama about microtransactions in offline game modes for college football this season. Everybody's mad about it because it's like, it's not so much that there's microtransactions that you have to use like the ultimate team points. It's not so much that like that you can do it. It's more so what they did to the XP, because that's what they're using it for. You can upgrade your coach or player faster if you buy the points. But they also took the toggle off of earning XP faster, lower, that was in previous games, that allowed a lot of these people that were like content creators be able to do these quick rebuilds and turn around and do them over and over and over again within like a couple days of each other, and be able to get through like 5 seasons and be able to do what they got to do to make their content. But it's not so much that they mad that you got to pay. It's more so they mad that it's like, all right, now you done took some tools away from us, and now you're making us pay for it. And it's just like, that don't make sense, you know? Like, you can do that on, if you want to pay for the best cars in MUT, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But like, on the offline single player mode, it's like, that feels a little scammy or scalpy or whatever. So people's not happy about that. As somebody that is in it for like I'm doing one dynasty and I'm playing it all the way through, doesn't really affect me that much. But like, I'm still with the people though, because it's like, you know, microtransactions are not like, I don't buy nothing but the game anyway. I'm no money spent on everything. So, because we playing a video game, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah.
Unless you put a Spider-Man skin, I'm gonna go get that. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. But yeah, I'm super excited about playing the game still. Hades got past the second boss, gonna upload that soon. And then thought I could go and run it back real quick. Got bodied. They done upgraded the bosses. So now I'm like, yo, how am I ever gonna beat this game? I thought I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but now I'm just like, I just hit another wall. So I haven't touched that game in a little while, but still a fun game, like Chris was saying. And then as far as stuff I'm excited about, I didn't end up going to the movies this week because it was only like Minions and like Disclosure Day and something else. Something else I wasn't interested in spending money to go see. But I am excited to see Spider-Man at the end of the month. And then John said, shout out John said it's gonna be the movie of the year, or movie of the summer, I should say.
Nah, that's Odyssey.
That's what I was saying. I was like, it's between those two, but I don't know. I can't say the Odyssey is gonna be better because I don't know what the Odyssey is about really. I just know they got endless people in that joint. And then what else, man? Mom Duke's birthday is tomorrow. Shout out Mom Duke's.
Hey.
And shout out Bryson's birthday is the next day after. Shout out Bread, Majin Bread. Go follow that stream, bro. If you want to get good at Rainbow Six Siege.
No.
You know? And then yeah, I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited about a lot of stuff coming up. It's summertime. And we just doing stuff, bro. We just doing stuff. So I still got plenty of stuff to watch too. That's what's crazy. Like, it's never ending, bro. You know? So that's pretty much it though, as of right now. And yeah, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. We'll see y'all next week. Stay geek. Peace.
Later, y'all.